It started off like, okay, this is a project, we'll do it, we're doing this for you. Of course, the intention is to educate youth and promote awareness of human rights.
I was introduced to Nicole Krellin, who's the Toronto rep for Youth for Human Rights International. She approached me and kind of inspired me to write a song for the International Day of Human Rights and for Youth for Human Rights International.
Macy started writing the song, and she came up with a few different versions of the song. The first song was really, really sad, like really sad, and so we kind of felt like it should be more uplifting. Like, we don't want people to be depressed after they watch this. We want them to be inspired after they watch this. We sort of tried to figure out what to do about that. So she came to us with like a really happy, upbeat song, which we felt would be really hard to have if we had like violations being shown.
I got to work with a bunch of musicians who were not only close to me, who are in my band and who I've worked with before, but also several new musicians playing cello, violin, the 3 djembes, and bansuri flute. At one point when the cello was being recorded, I was at the mixing board recording it, and I just started crying because I realized that the song I had written and the song that I had in my head for so long was going to be real.
I had this idea of bringing in youth from around the world, like somehow having people from all over the world in the video. And so we put into the end of the script the interactive part.
What we need you to do is to come up with a 30-second video about one human right. Just visit the link in the description box below and pick one of the 30 rights and just tell us what you know about it, why it's important, and what we can do to protect it.
This is a good step towards using technology and the internet and using the tools that we have with this generation to move forward.
Macy really directs in a really different way. Like, when she directs her actors, she asks, say, for a certain emotion to come out of them. She has that emotion come out of. So I was asking her for advice on the lighting. I asked Macy, as the director, like, she could make sort of a creative call. And she stood in front of the camera and she just started to cry. And she just started to act as if her child was being taken away from her. And we tried both lighting while she was doing that.
Rachel, our casting director, she did an amazing job getting the people that we needed for the video.
It was a challenge. Some of them weren't. Some of the roles, had an overwhelming response to the casting calls. Like for the main girl, the university student in the first scene, we ended up picking Tamila. She came into an audition and she was so sweet and really genuine. She knew about the project, about what was going on.
The thing it makes me excited about these types of projects that I want to change the world a little bit.
I think it's going to have a huge impact because I think it's a great idea. Most people like myself, I don't even know that there's human rights. Like, there's 30 human rights listed.
Human trafficking is something that has to be addressed. It needs to be addressed. It needs to be, frankly, it's a boil that needs lancing. This is my opportunity to have some small role in terms of working against human trafficking.
Jalen was a sweetheart. My fear was that he's such a young boy, does he really understand this role? And he was willing to encompass the character, and I was surprised by how much he had to offer.
I just want to thank Youth for Human Rights International for giving us this opportunity to educate people on their human rights. And I'm just so grateful for each person who has been involved every step along the way. I think the greatest accomplishment of this project will not be the project itself, but its impact on the people who see it and hopefully the people who learn from it. I guess we'll see.